Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to start a playlist of scenario-based interview-ready questions. So, in the interview, every interviewer will ask some scenarios. Like, they will give a situation. In that situation, how you will tackle the situation or how you can handle the situation. So, they will ask a question how you are going to handle if a incidents like true positive or false positive or true negative or false negative type of incidents occurs, how you are going to be analyzed. Okay, so for that we have came up with a solution in our black hat commando that we will give you a free lab on this. Okay, so for example, here we can see there is an alert detected here with high severity. Along with the title of this alert is cross-site scripting. That means XSS detected. So the category of this alert is an attack. Okay. Along with that, they have given some description that is this rule will triggers when the event detected on cross-site scripting in header URL parameters. So, for example, from scratch, I am going to tell those who don't know about what is XSS also, they can watch this video, they can learn about XSS. So, for example, we use Chrome browser. Okay, we use Chrome browser where we use links like google.com. Along with these links, we will add some scripts either in URL or input box. For example, so there is a search box. In the search box, you can inject a JavaScript payload and execute, because Chrome will execute the JavaScript payloads in the websites. Chrome by default takes JavaScript scripts. No need to install anything. And in URL also, we can keep, for example, google.com/alerts/q is equals to something like a script code. Like this also it will accept. But we need to know what is exactly XSS. So let's see that. Okay, let me delete all. Okay. So the full form of XSS is cross-site scripting. Okay. What is cross-site scripting? So we need to know about this thing. So cross-site scripting is a website vulnerability. That means it has some impact that will make a website malicious or vulnerable. So when web security vulnerable, the website is vulnerable. When the website is vulnerable, it will allow attackers to inject malicious scripts into legitimate websites and compromising the user interactions and potential stealing sensitive information. That means when you have visited any website, for example, test PHP Wallen Web. This is a testing environment of a website. Okay. So in this website, we can perform all types of attacks. So there is no restriction on this website to like if you hack, you will get a case. But this website is made for vulnerable, and you need to detect that vulnerabilities in your environment. Just let me check whether my internet connection is fine or not. It's taking some time. Till then, we will learn something. Okay. So we have seen that cross-site scripting is a vulnerability, and that vulnerability will make websites vulnerable to attackers, allow and inject malicious scripts to perform attacks and interrupt the user interactions in the website. So this is the major thing with this cross-site scripting. So just a second. Hey, this is not opening. Let's see. Let's open new tab and try one more. Test page. So some random page we will take. Okay. So the website will be opened. So the website is hosted on HTTP, not on HTTPS. And here is the website. We can test and demonstrate site for website vulnerability scanner. Okay. And we got, now before performing any of the actions, we will check the rule. How this rule detected firstly. So alert rule is stating that where index is web server. So in the logs, we are having indexes. There it is saying that where we are having index name is web server. And along with that, event.attack type description should be either cross-site scripting in parameters or in header, so or in URL. So we have seen that in URL, we have discussed in URL what is URL. We can discuss in header, and we can discuss in parameters like inputs and all. So I'll show these things in that website. Along with that, HTTP request referrer is not null. Either in these three, anyone should be there along with this index and along with this thing. So from web server logs, we need to check, is there any event attack dot description along with cross-site scripting in parameters or headers or URL. Either of this, one of this will match. Along with that, HTTP request is not null. So that should be not null. It should be having some value. Then only the data will occur into the cross-site scripting activity. Okay. Now we will check the alert data which we got from the logs. So let me close this rule, and now I'll open view the alert. So we got some alert data here, like that was created in the March 26th, 2025. And this is the source IP. The source IP location is from Mexico, and destination IP, internal private IP, and it was redirected to 443, which is HTTPS. Okay, on a website. And event dot description is cross-site scripting in parameters. That means user has injected some code in input box, and HTTP request referrer should not be null. That's why it is having some hyphen value. It was detected by Barracuda. It is a web application firewall. Okay, so it was detected. Action taken. It is a log, and security policy is global. Log level is high. Parameter count comment. So he has kept the injection of that malicious script inside a comment box, and the request method is post because for get request we will fetch, for post request we will upload. So for example, I want to get some users data or something like products, then I will fetch from the server. This is a get request. So if I want to upload some job, then I will upload all my details, name, mobile number, email, CV, everything I upload. Then the request is post. It is using the protocol of TLS, Transport Layer Security version 1.2, and the user agent is Safari browser. And the payload the user has used this one. Okay. In the script tag, he has kept alert of document.domain. What exactly this is? So when we use, so if anyone knows the JavaScript, it is easily understand. If anyone doesn't know the JavaScript, it is understandable. It is ununderstandable, like somewhat difficult to understand. So they started a script and they closed a script. Okay, in that between, he has said that alert. Alert means in the JavaScript, it will open a pop-up box in that document.domain. This means in the current page, what domain, like for example, we are having blackhatcommando.com. If I inject there, it will give the document.domain alert of blackhatcommando.com. That means it is vulnerable. We can perform different types of malicious script or injecting malicious scripts in that parameters. So it is a basic script which is not having any uh, impact, but it is giving the loophole to the hacker that there is having a vulnerabilities in the website. So that's why we never ask, or no, we never uh, leave them as special characters free in the URL or inputs. So he has tried, the attacker has tried on review input.php. So he has used the token in the website, some random website he has used in this page. And he has the same value he has used script of alert document.domain script. Okay. So raw log from alert data we got from raw log itself. Okay. So what is raw log? Now, as we know that when we take a log from our computer, it will come into our database, and from there it will be parsed. From there it will get into our sim tool. So in the sim tool where we can see the logs are called events or raw logs. That raw log or event is called this one. So the same thing it is also saying here that in the 26th of 10/3/54 morning, Baruda has detected that some cross-site scripting activity is done in the server on this IP from this source port, from this destination IP, and from this to this destination port. security policy is global, a log type is none, and it is saying that it is a cross-site scripting. Pattern is script tag, token used script, parameter used in comment box, and value used is script alert document dot domain script closed. And he has used post method as well as they have used in this page, PHP page. They have used TLS security as well as they have used uh, Safari browser on this host, and this is the HTTP request, and this is a unique code. Like this, there is a different raw log which is non-understandable format. So we have both types of data here, raw log as well as parsed event. After the parsed event, we have seen all the data is clearly understandable at here. So this was done by data engineering in every sim tool organization. So if you are in product service of sim tool, each and every organization who provides a sim tool for as a product, they're having data engineering team. So they will write a query to make understandable the log structure in this format. Okay, so now we have understood that a user has injected a script on comment box in the same page of review input.php, as well that he has used a document.domain script inside the box. So from this we can check, for example, if I copy this one and I wanted to check this one, so I'll go to the test PHP website and I will add this script. And if I click the script, it will gives me a result of pop-up box called phpweb.com. So that means the query has executed successfully. If I inject a malicious code using JavaScript, it will give the user's data, or it will give the data, or it will interrupt the user interactions in the website. So that's why it is vulnerable to attackers by using cross-site scripting. So now I hope you all understood what is cross-site scripting, where it was used, and along with that, why, how it was used, and it is high severity alert. With this, how we are going to tackle. Now we have seen all the things, like we receive an alert. After that, we have uh, started triaging, and after that, we have done some analysis. In that analysis, we have performed sandbox environment testing. Whether it is happening or not through that script. Yes, it performed, and we got output as success. So in this process, we found that final conclusion is that it is a true positive. So now the interviewer can ask the question, when you are in a SOC analyst or you are in the position of SOC analyst, if a cross-site scripting attack has been detected, how you are going to tackle the situation? Now your answer should be like, I will check through the logs, each and everything, where if I can find the parameters which attacker has been used by using malicious script or uh, basic scripts using JavaScript in an web page, I will take that script and I will check the impact of the script in the test PHP vulnerable website or any of the sandbox environment in organization, and I will take the output from them or from that, and after that finally I'll do some analysis and I will give suggestions to my uh, team that there should not be any special characters or keywords, special keywords like script, alert, document, domain. These type of keywords and special characters should not be allowed in that input box or parameters or URL. And I will recommend them to sanitize these type of things in the website. So by doing this thing, it is easily to patch the vulnerability in the website. This is how you are going to give an answer. So that time interviewer will be impressed by your knowledge and they will uh, select you easily. So this is the process of analysis. Okay. For example, let's go and we will type. So finally, true, positive. So we have observed, or I have observed some I have observed a user performed the XSS in website. So the website page. So you will add in this thing and you will say the script or the payload used by the attacker is SUCCESS successfully executed in sandbox environment. And it is a basic script. But there is no impact through this script. But we recommend you to sanitize the input or URL validation by using not allow any of the special characters or keywords. It will help to understand that it is a true positive and the script was executed in the sandbox environment to test. The script has been executed successfully. Now they will start giving the task or they will send a mail to particular concern team like development team to sanitize the input or URL parameters that should not allow any scripts or special characters to execute in the website. So that's how we analyze and we will give a comment, or we will select the final conclusion of this alerts or situation handlings. So this is an alert how we perform analysis by using our tools. Somehow I have given some data of real time knowledge here, but I cannot show the live tool in YouTube. Okay, I have performed some demo platform for you to execute these type of things. Now you can do a lot of research on these type of things, like what is XSS. So today we have discussed about XSS. You need to know how, what is XSS. Thing number one, how many types of XSS are there, how an XSS will be executed on which type of payloads, the payloads were prepared through on which language. You need to research about yourself. When you are a SOC analyst, you need to research about yourself all these things in Google or ChatGPT or any of the open source platforms. So after analyzing all the things, you need to come a final solution called whether it is a true positive, false positive, or true negative, false negative, or some other, okay, meaning activity. So finally, we will submit that comment after analyzing our things. So this is how we analyze the things, and also how a interviewer asks the question to this scenario. You need to explain your own way, like when an alert occurs, so you will check the logs. After checking the logs, you will take the malicious script from which user to which host it was went, or which web server it was went. You will check and you will take that malicious script, and you need to test in the any of the sandbox environment, and also you need to check whether the output is success or not. If the output is success, you need to give the recommendations called sanitize the input validation. And if the still the input validation is not executed properly, or the query is not executed properly, or the query output is not properly succeeded, still we need to give the recommendations of validating on sanitizing the inputs or URL parameters in the websites. This is what a cross-site scripting alert detected scenario interview question. Okay. So I hope you all are understand about this scenario. Okay. So thanks for joining once again. Signing off, Black Hat Commando. Thank you.